Good morning. I missed yesterday because time just got away from me. So here's Spencer. I promised that he would get to do the next video. He's a little dusty. But yeah, so we're going to change him out of his fall I'm going hunting with daddy outfit. And put him into some cozy, soft, Christmas little loungewear, pajama-y things. And I love reindeer, sorry. And so I've got this little set. It's from Mud Pie. I got it at a consignment sale. And it's got it's a gray, heathered gray. And it's got a knit little reindeer pocket on the front with a little red button nose and little stitched fuzzy antlers and some little ears. And then the bottoms are just these cute little comfy legging type things with the little cuffs. So, and I've got him a pair of little Santa booties to put on. Whoops, about to knock over the airplane over here. So yeah, let's get him dressed. He hadn't gotten a lot of attention, like I said, because Spencer is my boy. And he has had the paint rubbed off of him in some spots. I've got to touch up his fingers and stuff because Spencer, for all of my new subscribers, and for even some of the old ones that don't know, Spencer is a memory baby, a memorial baby, I guess, for a sweet friend that lost his life in 2021. He was only 23. He was friends with my oldest daughter. And he was here a lot. And he was here it was the day before Easter. And you know how we are when you're trying to get ready for a holiday. And so I was busy cleaning and cooking and all that. And he needed my husband to help him put harnesses in his ATV. And so they were out there doing that, and it lasted like all afternoon. I was like, geez, y'all, could you hurry up? And anyway, we tried to get him not to go. He had been drinking a bit that day, as young 20-somethings do. And unfortunately, we couldn't convince him not to go. And so we even tried to mama and papa bear him. And he went on a trail that is, where we live, there's a place called the Flatwoods. And it runs all up behind our property, or behind the people that own the property behind us, because we live kind of there's ranches. So there's a ranch that runs alongside of us and in the back. And when y'all see cows in some of my videos, that's their cattle. They're not our cattle. We have a cow, and he's a steer, but he's not here. We have him at a friend's farm. So, anyway, to make a long story short, we tried to get him not to go. And I don't know if any of y'all know this, but Spencer is assigned by Ping Lao in memory of Spencer. So he probably needs a little more stuffing. It's gotten squished down in there. But anyway, so needless to say, we begged for him not to go. And then, of course, there was some other guy on the phone going, come on, man, please, come on, it'll be fine. So anyway, he didn't listen to us. He takes off, he goes. He had taken a nap in between when he was here earlier in the afternoon. So we thought he was okay to go. We wouldn't we let him go off drinking. But anyway, about 11 something, I was out in my craft room working because I was doing, of course, Christmas dolls that year. And we see all these police and everything go flying down the road. And my husband and I both looked at each other and goes, oh gosh, I hope there wasn't an accident with the kids riding tonight. Well, unbeknownst to us, it was Spencer. We got a call about 12:30 from our neighbor that lives in front of us and said, hey, can y'all go with us? I need to. Spencer's dad called. I won't say their name because they're fairly well known around here, but and needs us to go get Spencer's dog from the farm and bring him up here so that they can come pick her up. So we did that. We went up there. We still didn't know. We just knew that he was in a wreck. He was in a really bad wreck. We didn't know what was going to happen. And nobody really still knows what happens. We all have our own theories. But he didn't survive. He was rushed to, he was air flown to a hospital in Tennessee. And his dad is a very well-known surgeon, heart surgeon here in town. So he got the best care possible, of course. And but needless to say, he didn't survive. So, and we were just heartbroken, and we felt a little responsible because we felt like we should have sat on him. We should have taken his keys. We should have done something. So, anyway, that was a really sad time in our lives. And he loved the dolls. He thought they were really cool. And when I saw this sculpt, because Spencer, when he walked into a room, he was the sweetest fella. His face lit up like this. He never left the house or a message or a text or anything without saying I love you, blah blah blah, yada yada. Sweet, 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 sweet. Now he was a ding dong sometimes, and I would get frustrated with him because he was young, and you know, young people think they know everything. Remember when we were all 23 and we knew everything? Yeah. So, anyway. So, I decided in my grief, my way of dealing with it was to create a Spencer. So, this little fella right here, got some paint or something on there. I've never noticed that before. Is our safety awareness ambassador. We have taken him to ATV rides. We have taken him to, he's gone on vacation with us. He's gone to St. Simons, Georgia. He's gone to Dollywood. He's gone to, we've taken him out to eat. We've taken Spencer just about everywhere. And I'll probably take him, this weekend is Christmas in the country, and I will probably dress him up and take him when we go. Like I said, I'm not selling dolls this year there, but he's always, wherever I am when it has to do with dolls, usually Spencer is there because people around here know him and they want to come see him. So, as one lady says, he's Facebook famous. So, yeah. But he's got a special place in my heart, and I will never, ever, ever sell him. Oops. He's never, ever going to be given away. I hope if something happens to me that one of my kids take him and love him like we do. But, I mean, you would think that he's a real little fella because there's lots of times we just talk to him. I'll hear my husband walk through the room or whatever and go, Spencer, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Unprompted, whatever. So we love our little Spency. And his hair has lightened. And this is one of the first dolls that I've really rooted. This is probably the second toddler that I rooted. And so, you know, it's not the best rooting job in the world. But I don't know if I could. I don't want to change him too much. I wanted him to look like he's about a year old, 14, 15 months old. But his hair was dark brown, like the color of, who do I have that's got the dark brown hair? Kind of almost the color of Penny's hair in Lighthearted Life and Collectibles. It was pretty much, not quite that dark, but pretty dark. But anyway, as you can see, it's kind of got a reddish, blondish tint to it. So we'll just see. I don't know. I don't want to change him too much because this is who he was. Anyway, I know it's a sad story, but I just wanted to explain who Spenser was and why I always say strap in for Spenser. And we also had these bracelets made up. So when we do go out and about and we are trying to spread the word about wear your straps, because he was not wearing his harnesses on the way home. That's when it happened. It didn't really happen on the trail. It happened on the way home. He was tired. There's several different scenarios, but anyway, we had these made and they look like tires, and it says, if you can see it, it says strap in for Spenser. And so we hand these out. I usually have one on. I took mine off because it was almost, all the little things were almost slick. And I just found this bag. I thought we were almost out, but I found another bag. So anyway, but yeah, he's an important little fella, and I feel like this keeps Spenser's memory alive. It also doesn't make his death something, in vain, where nothing good can come from it. Not that it's good at all. But yeah, so here's my little Spency. Here's those little bracelets. And yeah, so that is his story. And look, you want a cookie like your sister had? I love this sculpt. I love all of Ping Lao's toddler babies pretty much. They're very special. It's just, but this little face and like Bliss, I was gonna take Bliss and grow Spenser up, but I think I want Spenser just to stay Spenser after all, thinking, because you know how Penny grew up Everly. We talked about it last year when Delphi first came out. I was like, oh my gosh, look, because I was like, then Spenser could go to school. Spenser could be a 4-year-old, and she was like, yeah, I'll do that, and Everly can grow up. So she grew Everly up, but I'm not sure, I'm not sure, because this will always be Spenser. So, because Holly Church asked me, she goes, well, what are you going to do with the real Spenser if you grow him up? And I'm like, well, he's not going anywhere. And then I started really thinking about it, and I was like, do I really want to change his character? I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but this is the doll that when I always say, if I had to get rid of all of them, and I would be devastated if I did, because he is, well, I can't say it's just him. There's probably about 5 that I would never, ever part with. Him being on the top of the list, truly my Gabriella by Reva Schick, my child-sized doll, who looks exactly like my daughter Kira when she was that age. My Luca, who I made to look like Isaiah recently. Abby, of course. And probably Bennett, my Liam. So, because those are the ones that I play with the most. Oh, and well, I don't know, because then there's my Adele now and Gus, so I don't know. There's a handful that I wouldn't ever get rid of. But yeah, so anyway, here's my little fella, and he's all nice and comfy in his little reindeer pajamas. And we hope you are all having a wonderful day. And for people that wonder what purpose these dolls serve, here's one of the purposes. People that have lost children, my first child that I was adopting didn't survive. He only survived 11 days. And back then I didn't know anything about reborns, but it sure would have made a big difference to not have empty arms, and I still don't have a sculpt that has really suited my purpose for him. I keep looking for his memory, but anyway. But this is one of the things. Not only that, people that give their spouses or other people a hard time about collecting dolls. Why would you want a doll? That's just a doll. You're spending all your time working about a doll. You spend money on doll clothes and doll things and blah, blah, blah. It brings us joy, and we're allowed to have joy, You know, nobody says that to people that collect trains, that do models, that, you know, put model cars together, or collect sports memorabilia, or have a whole sports room full of junk. You know what I mean? Nobody says that to them. And I have a dear friend whose family is not supportive at all. And I'm not going to say who it is, but it drives me absolutely crazy. And she goes through bouts where she puts them all away, or she gets rid of them. And then, you know, and that's just not right. That's not right. But I love her very much. And I wish I could go over there and knock them all together. But anyway, but anyhow, here he is. And for y'all that are having the problems like that, or y'all that feel funny about taking them out, and you're worried about people say, who cares? Because this is a wonderful hobby. It's very therapeutic. I mean, there are people in every hobby that take things to the nth degree and give every hobby a weird vibe. But this isn't, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with loving them and playing with them and collecting them and nurturing them. And it gives us an outlet. That's what we're made to do. That's what women do. And it's such an emotionally charged hobby because it's in our beings to be protective, to have those feelings towards little faces. That's why God makes babies look so sweet and they're so helpless, because it's in us to want to take care of them, nurture them, protect them, love them. So anytime anybody gives you a hard time, you either just have to, it used to make me mad when people would go, oh, that's creepy. But now I take creepy as a compliment, because to them that means they look so real, it startles them. So I used to get upset, but I don't anymore. I always go, thank you. And I try to explain what they are for, and they're great for people that are aging. I donate a few every year to a memory center, and they love them. I mean, I haven't done it this year because I don't really even have any extras, I don't think, but I'll probably will at the first of the year, and make a couple just to donate. But anyway, I'm rambling long enough, but I just want to come on here and explain who Spenser is and why I say, and as always, strap in for Spenser, because it's for this little Goomba right here. And I'm so thankful that Ping Lao makes these babies, because I have to say she is my favorite sculptor. She really, really is. And I'm happy to say that she's my friend. I mean, we're friends on Facebook and we talk on Messenger and things. And she's very sweet. And despite all the replica, blah, blah, blah stuff, you know, she did take the steps, what she needed to do to protect her art, you know. And, I mean, it's been recently. And then she had a company that was producing her stuff here in the U.S. try to take away her babies. And she's gotten those back too. So Mila will be back available. Adele's back available. I just put a pre-order down on, okay, I'm going to butcher this name. Khalida. Kalidah. I don't even know. I don't know how to say it right. But anyway, it's one of those words. You would think it'd be like Delilah, but I don't know if that's how it's spelled. Pronounced. So, and I'm probably going to make that one a little boy, because that sweet little face. And I have a little soft spot for boys these days. I don't know. I guess because we don't see very many little boys in the community often. But, alrighty. I'm really going to go this time. But y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Even though I'm a day behind, I'm going to try to squeeze in another video. But I've got to go paint a baby I'm working on. I've almost got it done. And then we've got to take our kitty cat to the vet because she's having tinkle problems, lack of the abilities. So we've got her on some amoxicillin until we could get her there. I called the vet and he's like, that's what you can do for her. So we got to take her to the vet, and then we shall see what goes on later in the day. But again, we love you very, very much. And as always, strap in for Spenser.